see you in 2 weeks. You got Good Friday. The market is closed next Friday, so we'll be here in 2 weeks. And most importantly, if you missed it earlier, a happy 50th wedding anniversary to the two people I care about the most, my mom and my dad, down in Winchester, Virginia. I wish I could be with you on your 50th anniversary tomorrow, but I can't. I love you both. Thanks for having me. Everybody out there, be well. Mad with Jim starts right now.
My mission is simple: to make you money.
Alright, guys. As you guys can see, I have a short position open on Delta Airlines. I want to see one more low, and then I'll probably get out for my short. Let's see. What was some hot stocks today? We had. Okay, we can do. There was SRNE. What else did we have today? There was that's good enough, I think. Perfect. Alright, guys, I'm just gonna wait for everybody to get on here. Please, if you guys are new in here, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon to alert you if I make new videos. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Just trying to. Alright, guys, if you guys are new in here, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon to alert you if I make new videos. I'd really appreciate that, guys. We'll go ahead and get started here shortly. I just wanted to post this on social media quick before I get started. I hope you guys had a great trading day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the day. Today was definitely a very action-packed day, no doubt. I am live going over today's. Ooh, yikes. That hurt my ears. I forgot about that. I don't want to. Actually, can you not respond? I'm going to turn that way down. What's going on, guys? Please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon to alert if I make new videos. I'm just trying to get started here. going on, Carrie? Alright guys, I'm just posting on social media. Give me a second here and we will be good to go. Alright, I covered up my short there in Delta Airlines. Kind of looking like we're going to bottom out. We're down 10%. A lot of bad news on that. Probably ends up selling farther, but I just made 1,000 on that short. I don't know. I don't really want to hold it while I'm on stream. Honestly, by the time I'm done streaming, we probably are in the 19s, honestly. I don't know. But I don't like that big volume spike on that green candlestick, and then we're starting to kind of build some bidders. Seems like we're kind of starting to push out the sellers here. But a lot of bad news. 90% revenue drop in quarter two. Berkshire Hathaway sold their shares. Not all of it, but that is some bad news. Reality is I was in Delta longer term, but I sold before the close because I'm expecting a gap down in the markets. I didn't expect this terrible news on Delta though. Did I post on social media? I think I did. Okay. So yeah, I just shorted Delta and American Airlines for about a $1,400 gainer on those trades after hours. Yeah, so that's basically, today's day was a good day. We were up about 20,000 bucks on the day. I got my account to $150,000 in buying power, which is what I wanted to do. Now I'm going to trade, instead of with 125, I'm going to be trading with 150, which gives me more opportunity and also anyways, so yeah, so that's kind of how today went. Awesome day, green day. I was in GBR overnight and I sold it throughout the day today. I was in actually a terrible average, but I made on some of it. I made it over 40% on GBR. That was a great overnight because I was expecting oil to gap, which we did gap. A lot of times when oil gaps, like you can go back and look at GBR, and you can see, GBR has been known to have huge parabolic runs throughout the years. I mean, look at all this. I mean, look at every spike that you see. It's almost every year it has a parabolic run. Okay, it's like one of those stocks that everybody knows about. Everybody's seen run before. I played it on this move. I've played it on this move. This was when I was in McCall, Idaho. Um, every time oil spikes, generally GBR tends to get some FOMO. I don't know why that is, but it's all proven in the chart. So I thought, we've been bottoming out here. Oil, I was expecting to gap up. The only way that this was going to run is if oil gapped up. Let's see. GBR. So I was longing it yesterday and basically sold. I actually sold some up into the 140 range. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see here. Had a lot of size on it. But I sold some of it up in the 140 range, which I was proud about. I started adding some in the dips this morning. And the only reason why this popped up through high day was because CEI was the lead runner. And CEI, I played as well. You can see I was longing at 209, 217. I'm selling at 243 and 252 for my sells for about a $1,500 winner on that one. This one is the lead runner. This one was taking the rest of the oil names. This one actually halted right out of the gates. And I actually sold some GBR into the halt, into the open when all the oil stocks were halting. But I didn't sell a lot. And then we got that repop on GBR through 143. And started selling here. The rest I sold out at 121. I was trying to sell up on the upside. I thought maybe we were going to get another push. But the thing is, you never really know, when we're going to get a push, when stocks are going to move. If CEI didn't go through high day there, this potentially might not have had this move here. And we had some pretty good volume on it, but CEI definitely had the most volume out of all the oil plays. I mean, you can just tell 1.5 million shares on the 1 minute candles. We had 2.7 million shares on a 1 minute candle right here. That's about a $5 million candle right there in total dollar value going through. So, there's that. I've had a lot of experience with some of the plays, so I kind of know how that works. I was telling you guys in chat, watch out for the oil plays. I'm actually in an oil play overnight because I think that the oil potentially could gap again, and also just because this one hadn't ran yet, but we'll see what happens on Monday. I have a decent average, so XSPA $1,200 on WLL. I actually made $500 on. What is this one at now? Okay, so I actually started buying this one. We got up to 36. That's too bad. But I actually started buying. You can see me buying here with a 30.6 cent average, and I was selling the shares at 33 and 34 for a $600 gainer there. It has some good volume. If you don't see this thing here, let's move that out of the way. You can see, I mean, it has 40,000, 100,000 shares after hours. If you get out of there, so plenty of volume, plenty of liquidity. That one was a weird one, but it sold off so much so quick that I thought, shorts are gonna have to cover into the after hours. There's no doubt in my mind. This thing literally went it went from 31 all the way to 58, so almost a 100% mover, and then it literally came below the opening price. It's very rare that I see something like that, and I saw that on the scans, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start longing this on the dip, just for the shorts to cover into, so I can make a quick $500-600 on it, and that's exactly what I did. Let's see, KSS I made $6 grand, or like $4 or $5 grand on. I actually wasn't able to get all out after hours, so hopefully this thing gaps up. I don't think it'll see any type of move down really, just because if you look, I mean, yeah, we could get a move down, but it seems like it's consolidating pretty nicely, and honestly, the chances of gapping up are higher to me than gapping down. But I sold off a lot of the shares at the 1150 range, 1155 range. I sold 7,600 shares there. Still have like 4,300 shares left. Forgot to close that out into the close just because I was actually selling Delta Airlines and a couple of other stocks, expecting a gap down on Monday to get a better price, and I'm so glad that I did that. So KSS was something that I told you guys in chat about. I started longing KSS, in here, and then I sold this right here, 6,000 shares to get a better average. So I sold this 6,000 shares at about 11.17 average, and I rebought back at about 11.13.5 average. So saved some dollars there, recycled some shares, and I actually added back with more size too. I had 8,000 shares into this, or 10,000 shares into this position. I had 12,000 shares through here. We had a nice run up. I didn't sell anything. I was expecting a red-green move. We didn't get it, and I started to sell into the close. A nice gainer there. I did have some. I'm sorry that I'm yawning, guys. It's Friday. It's been a long week. It's been a grind this week, just like it usually is. My brain is mush for sure. I lost $6,000 on KLXE. I lost $2,700 on MFA. Excuse me, guys. I started longing it, honestly, like right in here, and I was sitting pretty. I was up about 4 or 5 grand on this one. I had like, I don't even know, like 10,000 shares, maybe more, or no, sorry, 37,000 shares, yeah. At about a 115 average, 114 average. I was up about 4 or 5 grand up in here. And I thought we were going to get that, red green, and then, we've seen this take off before. Honestly, I was hoping for like a $2 sell, I was hoping for a home run trade. We sold off, and I never touched it again once we got down into here. Glad I didn't. I still think this has a chance to grind up. That's for sure. But, yeah, there's that. Honestly, it was a good week. I had a red day yesterday. Good to kind of come back today. Let's see what Delta Airlines is at. Ah, man. Yikes. 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 That hurts. That hurts. I really felt strong about that short. I just didn't like that recovery right there, and it was taking a while with slow movement. I'd be up like 3 grand now. But again, like I explained, I didn't want to do it on stream. I didn't want to be in a trade on stream and like thinking about that. Honestly, I'll take the $1,000. That's fine. I'm not disappointed about that. I felt really strongly about it though, and I was considering holding it into next week. But I'm not gonna do that. Too many things can happen in this market. I didn't expect it to come down that quickly though. I mean, I covered it, and like 6 minutes later, we're down to 20.15, almost hit under 20. That's weird. That's really weird. Looks like the bidders just fell off, and then we just kind of came down. I mean, that's big news. Delta expects, 90% rev drop Q2. And Berkshire sells. Yeah, that's big news. But still, I mean, I didn't expect it to be that quick. But whatever the case, we're up good today. As you guys can see, $20,000 on the day. Look forward to next week, guys. Hopefully you guys are learning a lot here at normactotrading.com. I know a lot of you guys purchased my video series guide. Make sure to study that this weekend. Just grind it out every day. It's going to be another probably volatile week next week. I look forward to trading with you guys, okay? Enjoy your weekend, guys. I know it's been a long month with this quarantine. I know a lot of you guys are struggling with, not having a job and not knowing where the hell you're going to be at. Just keep a positive mindset, guys. We're all going to get through this together. America is strong, and in these times, if you have capital on the sidelines, this is where millionaires are made in long-term investing. If you know what you're doing. So honestly, it's good to be in the markets now if you're a long-term investor or a day trader. And I'm trying to be both. So I apologize for the yawns, guys. I'm just exhausted. Alright, guys. Hopefully you guys had a great and safe weekend. Make sure to please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon to let you know if I make new videos. Hope you guys are staying inside, and we can all do this together. Carrie, yeah. Good to have you on, man. I know you've been following me for a long time, so glad to have you on, Carrie. I hope all is well with you, and feel free to DM me. It's been a long time since we caught up. So, all right, guys. Cheers, team, and go Hawks.